how are you teaching him how to treat you? That's what we're going to talk about today. You guys got your champagne? I'm going to give you like 2 seconds to go pop open a bottle or go get some Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio. 2 seconds. While you're doing that, did you guys like, subscribe, and share my channel yet? Guys, am I begging you? Anyway, in today's episode, we're going to talk about how do you teach him how to treat you. Ladies, everything you do, and it's so crazy, we don't think about it in dating. Everything we do, you're teaching everybody how to treat you from the moment that you go into somebody's presence or you just meet somebody for the first time. So let's just say, I don't know, you go to a job and people want to be hee hee ha ha with you, but you're not the hee hee ha ha type. And then you want to, I don't know, change your personality to kind of fit in. Don't do that. Because when you change your personality from one person, you're going to have to change it for everybody. And then you're going to lose who the fuck you are. No, we don't want to do that in 2020. So this is how we're going to teach him how to treat you. Let's just say if you guys have a date and he's an hour late, I wouldn't answer the phone. It has happened to me where a guy was like late and you don't call, you don't text and be like, oh, you're 10 or 15 minutes late. You don't call or text, you let that motherfucker be late. And then when he contact you in an hour, you don't fucking pick up the phone because you're training him, oh shit, I can't mess with her like that. I'm sorry, I do curse in some of my little segments here. If you can't listen to a curse word, you don't need to be listening to me. I could be a lady, but I got a potty mouth. I'm from Philly, so, and I live in Atlanta, so I'm a little fucked up all over the place. So anyway, so if I have a guy that is an hour late, there's no me questioning him. Hey, you said you was going to be here at this time. When you shut your fucking mouth and not talk to him at all, your silence would teach him, damn, I'm going to have to either stand up or I'm going to just have to leave her alone. So if a guy is not willing to stand up and do what he say he's supposed to do, you can't talk to him. Women talk way too much trying to say, well, you said you was going to be doing this. And why didn't you do this? Who wants to go back and forth with that hoorah? I don't have time for that. So there's just an example of a gentleman who, he was supposed to come over and we were supposed to go out for drinks or whatever. And I didn't hear from him. And he actually knocked on my door an hour late. I didn't answer the door. My car was still parked outside. The TV was on, but I don't think you can hear the TV from like when you're knocking in. And I just was like, oh, well, you'll learn next time. And so the very next day, I said, oh, well, I left after, a half an hour. He said, well, your car is outside. I said, oh, I caught an Uber and I just went around a corner to one of my favorite restaurants that I frequent in my neighborhood. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He said, well, let's go out today. Oh, no. You can't even call me last minute to say, hey, let's go out. So then now you're going to see me next week. That's when you love yourself, that you're teaching him, hey, I can't just call her at last minute, and if I'm bored, and I don't have nothing to do, I'm just going to call her to go kick it with her. Ladies, you have to learn how to be valuable. You have to learn how to set the tone for yourself. And this goes back to non-negotiables. We don't fuck with boys that are late and don't take our time or our presence into consideration as to what we're offering you. You are the prize. You have so much to give a man. And what I mean by giving is your beauty. What I mean by giving is your essence. What I mean by giving is your conversation. I'm not talking about giving money. I'm not talking about putting in too much effort or energy. That's not what you're supposed to be doing anyway. You're supposed to be sitting back receiving. And when you are having intimate situations, you're the receiver. Your thing don't go into him. His thing goes into you. You are to receive and be. But you bitches do way too much. So if we take it back to teaching him how to treat you, I'll stand there and you don't open up the fucking door. I don't. Is your arm broke? Get your ass out the car and come open up this door for me. Yes, that's me. That's what I do. If you want to be treated like a princess, not a bitch. I have a bitchy attitude, but I can get away with it. But I have morals and standards and ethics of how I want you to treat me, how I want you to touch me, how I want you to relate to me, so we can ebb and flow in a wonderful, relationship. This one guy, we had a wonderful time at his house. He's 57. When I left his house this one day, he was like, okay, so I hope I'll see you again. And I was like, okay. And then he sent me a place of his fireplace. And I was responding, and I was like, nice. And then the very next day, guys, he sent me a text talking about something. So you miss me yet? So what did I do? I didn't respond. I act like I did not get it. And then he texts me again, like 3 or 4 days later, saying, what did he say to me? Hey, how are you? What are you doing? I didn't respond again. When are you going to pick up the phone? You're 57 years old. Yeah. How deep are we trying to get? I don't have time. If you can't pick up the phone and talk to me and schedule a date, I'm old school. Like, you real old school, dude. You 57 years old and you can't pick up the phone to talk to me. What's happening? So, I still ain't respond. So, yesterday. So, this is not going out when I'm recording it. So, I'm going to just say yesterday was a Saturday. So, listen. So, Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning, I get another text. He said, our relationship is going to go in the Guinness World... What's that book? The Guinness World Record books thingies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. For the shortest marriage ever. And he did like the faces where you laughing out loud and shit. I'm not a kid. I still did not respond. When you talk to me like a mature adult, that's when I'll talk to you. You got to pick the phone up. Ladies, you're going to have to stop responding to who you are not. I'm not responding to this bullshit. I'm just not. Call me, if I'm wrong. Let me know, like, what you think. Like, are you desperate that you'll sit there and you fucking respond? I got like 3 or 4 dudes hitting my phone up. Are you going to respond and be like, hey, I'm going to need you to call me? Or are you going to teach him and get him in his mind to think, damn, I may have to eventually pick up the fucking phone to call her. This guy has been texting me for 2 fucking weeks. But he won't pick up the phone to call me. You want to know what that says to me? You got intimacy issues. You have some kind of a commitment issue. You have something else that's going on that I just don't want to deal with. And that goes back to non-negotiables. Ladies, you're not building up a damn man. This is not build a Bob or whatever. You're not here to build him. When you see that they are incapable of doing what it is that you have set for your higher standards. When I said raise your standards and don't heal your fucking self, just raise your standards. The right man will come along. But if you keep responding to these guys that is half-assing you, you're going to get half-assed results. So, that's why I still talk to my little young boy with the kid that gave me $3,000 in 1 month. So, we're going to end on this segment. Ladies, teach him how to treat you. But treat yourself more importantly first. Like, don't go around saying, I want champagne and flowers. Y'all see this? And this. I do this for myself on a daily basis. Double fists and flowers. So I'm not looking for him to come in. I'm not looking for him to come in and fill any kind of void. And I know this is so cliche. Oh, you're my other half. Motherfucker, I ain't half, I'm whole. You got to add a whole lot of scrumptious deliciousness to be in my vicinity. Other than that, I'm fine being by myself. And I want you ladies to get to that point where you're just fine and relaxed and poised of being who you are and who you need to be, and continue to teach them, everybody that come in contact with you, from the neighbors to a stranger to your girlfriends to family. You have to teach each and every soul so you can make it a daily habit as to how you're going to be in my world. And I had someone say to me the other day, you think the world revolves around you? I said, you motherfucking right. Who other world? Who else's world is it? It's my world. It's my home. When you come in my home, it's my rules. I do what I want. If you can't play in my world from the time that you're in my world, you can't be here. So anyway, I hope you received something from my message. I want you to like, subscribe, and share with your other girlfriends who need to teach men how to treat them. Email me for any questions, Ericka with a C and a K at himinmyskin.com. And we will chat soon. Thank you for tuning in.